Hi. Now, we as human beings, by nature, we are social. We like to have people around. We live with people. Without people, we cannot live. Even in paradise, you cannot live alone. Now, sometimes you need to be alone in order to recalculate something or to have a peace of mind. But in general, people in our lives are important. It's connections. It's to have connection with others, to help each other out, to do business together, to even a person in business is valued, he or she are valued by their connections in business. Personal basis. We have our kids, husbands, wives, best friends. I mean, even in business, I cannot have a pure relation. There is a relation. There has to be a human relation. Even if someone who is running, doing business and all, still there will be some times where he or she can have a relationship, a human relationship. This is being human. Now, there are two types of connections, the good and the bad. Now, the good is when we have a connection with our beloved ones, like a mother, when she delivers the baby, there is the cord, and physically the doctor would cut this cord, but still she will feel her son or her daughter when they are in the other part of the world. She would still feel them, so there is this cord between them. If I want to talk about vibrations. When two are living together and having a good relation, she's getting better in her looks, for example, in her confidence, in anything. That means that her other half, if I would say, her husband is affecting her positively. If he's succeeding in his business and he's doing better and he's getting better with life, it means that his wife is affecting him in a positive way. Now, what if the relation is a negative relation? Like I had this case from a woman who used to get hit by her husband, and she always felt that there's no way out. Although she is financially independent, she was beautiful, young. I mean, she had it all for her to leave, but she wouldn't leave. It's because of this cord. Sometimes we are in relations and we just cannot leave. She didn't know that all what she needed to do is to decide and to take the action. So we worked on, what I do is, there was a negative suppressed emotion within her body, which is making her, like, dragged her into negative relationships. We worked on that and we got rid of the negative suppressed emotion, and she's fine now. I'm happy for her. There is, for example, negative suppressed emotion, which is anger. He used to have this anger within him because of something past happened to him, and it was a suppressed within his body, which was also affecting his neck. He used to have pain in the neck because of this anger. So what I want to say is, all what it takes for a negative relationship from a person is just to decide. Now, it's easy said than done, but it's the first step actually to leave, is to decide. I know it's hard, but sometimes it is really better, even if there are kids. Now, sometimes kids, they know nothing about relationships. All what they know is when they see these these couples, these parents, and the way they're dealing with each other, and this is all what they know about relationships and love. And it's really bad to grow up thinking that the relationship between man and a woman should be like this, because this is all what they knew, all what they saw. But there are more in life, and there is no harm in separating. If I used to think that a divorce is really bad and it's a broken home and kids would be living with a broken heart, but this is not true. Kids adapt. Sometimes it's a sick relationship and it's better to get separated in order to have a better life for both of them. I mean, sometimes you find people that both of them are good, but they're not good for each other. There is a bad connection between them. They don't add to each other. They suck the energy from each other. She becomes sick, he becomes angry, the kids, absorb all that, and it's a broken home actually, and all of them are living together. Living together doesn't mean that this is good for the kids, for the people, for the couples. Sometimes it's better to separate. For example, if a man goes out, he works, he goes traveling, betraying his wife, and his wife is at home, not knowing about what's going on, and the son then discovers that his dad is betraying his mom. He thinks that the relationships should be like this, and a balanced, good relationship, of course, it's based on respect and honesty. So sometimes it's better for two to be separated. I don't think that there's anything wrong with divorce. And I'm not saying that a divorce is something nice. I mean, to be together and to build up all this, the relationship and the house and to have kids, it's not something easy to be done. But sometimes it's better for the couples to leave, to be separated, than living not happy life, and for kids to grow up thinking that this is the relationship and this is how it should be. So many kids, I mean, moms would come to me separated, divorced women with kids. I knew and I saw it, that their lives became much better when they are separated than living together. And kids, they become more mature, and they would understand that there is the good in a relation, there is the bad, and there is the separation if it's not working, and that there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. Some people can live together. Of course, in a relation, we need to make effort every day, and it's not something, it's not that you will marry today and then tomorrow you will separate. It's much precious. A relationship is precious, and a person needs to make effort. It's like a daily effort, but in a nice way and enjoyable way, and not to give up easily. But at the same time, if there's no hope, if these two people cannot get along with each other, or they're sucking the energy from each other, this woman cannot be sick all her life, or this person cannot fail every time he wants. I'm not saying that they're blaming each other, no, but they just cannot be with each other. They love each other, they respect each other, but at the same time, they cannot live together because of whatever reason there is. But they discover that they cannot live with each other. They have changed, they have grown up into different directions. Things happen. You don't have to be in a relationship which is not fulfilling you. At the same time, you don't have to feel guilty if you decided to leave. There's nothing wrong with that. we work hard on our relation, we do the effort and we learn new things, and separation sucks. It's not something nice. If you're not happy, just leave. And you cannot imagine how kids adapt, and at least they would know what's the meaning of a relationship, and they would understand, they would become more mature by learning new things, and maybe it will be much more painful if you two stay together. Maybe it's better for all of you to separate so everybody's happy. And please don't drag kids into this. They have nothing to do with all this. So when a wife or a mother talks to her kids about their dad, it's affecting them negatively, and it's really bad to talk about his negativity towards her. What is between him and them is totally different than what's between the two of them. He loves them, he appreciates them, he wants the best for them. And that doesn't mean that even if he hates you or if he doesn't like you, that doesn't mean that he hates his kids. So don't put this hate within their heart towards their dad. They have nothing to do with it. And the man also, you didn't get along, so live and let live. And make the best out of it. There is frustration, there is anger, there is sadness, but kids, they have nothing to do with it. It won't make them feel good to know that their mom, there's something wrong with their mom. It's their mom in the end, and emotionally they will badly be affected. They talk about her negatively. They have nothing to do with it. There's no need to go to court and have these problems to get things settled, and even if you had to, do it quietly. Kids have nothing to do with this. You're the one who decided to get together. You're the one who decided to get married and to have a house and to have a life together. It didn't work, so it's fine. Kids have nothing to do with it. They need to have a normal, beautiful life, happy life. Let's fill it with love. You can have them over and have fun with them. Their mom have nothing to do with it. If you cannot be friends with her, then let them live in a happy life. Let them live happy life. They definitely have nothing to do with it. They don't deserve you to go and tell them about their mom's negativity if you think that she's negative. Talking about their mom, you lived with that person for some time, and I don't understand that you go out and you talk about this person. You lived together for a year, 2, 10, 20 years. At least there are some good times, no? There are some good times that you can remember. And when you have kids and you go and you talk about their mom in a negative way, it means that they are not good enough, because she delivered them and she's raising them up. So when you go and talk about her, it means that you're saying that they are bad kids, they're not good kids, and they are your kids in the end. So what benefit are you getting out of talking in a bad way about their mom? It's their mom, they love her. And the same goes with the mother. If you talk about their dad in a negative way all the time, what do you think that their hearts would be? He's their dad in the end. You lived together for some time. Even if he hurt you, what's between you and him is totally different than what's between the kids and him. If you need to feel better, you can exercise, you can do yoga, you can pray. Hatred, who hates himself or herself, and it will eat you alive. I know it's painful to be separated, but The ones in between have nothing to do with it. You brought them to life, to this happy life, to be happy. To be happy. Not to give them a hard time and to punish them. If you want to punish. Why to punish? Why are you punishing them? I cannot even say that a relation is a mistake, but we all go through things in life and we don't understand things, and then we understand things, by time. Our needs, we get more mature or whatever you want to name it, but kids have nothing to do with it. You can have a good life by wishing the best for him. Do you know how much psychologically kids can be affected if you decide to have fights with that person? It's your decision. But don't put it on the kids. They have nothing to do with it. And for you, even if he wants to fight, just be peaceful. To have a peaceful life. You want to live in peace, maybe remarry, maybe have whatever you want in life, but it won't be the right path if you will keep on remembering your past life in a bad way. I mean, there were some good times. There were nice feelings. There were good feelings. Keep reminding yourself with those times, with those good times. I don't have to remind myself with all the bad, especially when there are kids. We are responsible for our kids. We brought them to life for what? I mean, to punish them or to make them suffer? We are responsible to give them the best life ever.